Well, I love to teach the skill of positive self-talk. And the reason why I like to teach that skill is because it really helps people see the impact of mindset training for our children and that it can have on them. And self-talk is so important because it shapes our self-esteem, our self-confidence, even what we achieve. And so what is self-talk? I mean, every moment of every day we're saying something to ourselves through either our thoughts or through our words. And it's either building us up or it's tearing us down. We're doing it, our kids are doing it. Most people aren't even aware of their self-talk. I know when I first discovered the concept of self-talk, I was shocked at how many thoughts of worry went through my mind. And that's why it's such an important skill for us to teach children.
I read somewhere we think like 50,000 thoughts a day, and then some people said 60,000 thoughts a day, and most of those are negative. And when you start being aware of it, which is the first step, you're like, oh my God, look what I'm thinking. It's amazing.
You're exactly right.
So I've been teaching self-talk in my seminars for years to adults. Do you find it different when you're teaching self-talk to kids? Is there something you have to do differently?
The way we teach self-talk with children is we have a story called Choosing Your BFF, or Best Friend Forever. And in the story, Trudy the Tortoise, who's the main character, is with two of her best friends, Positive Pam and Negative Nicki. And of course, Positive Pam is talking nice to her, Negative Nicki not being quite so nice. So kids can very quickly see which friend they'd rather be around. But Jack, it's an aha moment for our children when they realize that Positive Pam and Negative Nicki live right here, up in their mind, and that they get to choose to listen to Positive Pam and be their own BFF. But what we're doing is we're not just teaching them what self-talk is, we're helping them to develop a skill. So we're going to teach them how to identify and shift negative self-talk, and then how to proactively create the positive self-talk. So for the shifting of the negative self-talk, we teach them to look for the grungies, which is what we talked about earlier. And then whenever they feel the grungies, they know to examine their thoughts and to gently shift their thoughts. And then for positive self-talk, we have an activity where they develop their own self-talk mirror and a mirror mantra, which is an affirmation statement, so that every time they see their reflection, whether it's their self-talk mirror, the mirror in the bathroom, reflection in the school window, they send a positive message to themselves. And the reason why this is so important is we're wanting to build those neural pathways in their mind, to use positive self-talk over and over and over to create a new comfort zone, to where self-talk becomes their new habit. And I just recently attended my first Breakthrough to Success, and I love the mirror exercise that you teach. And what really struck me was that you shared how many people come up to you and after they have spoken to themselves in the mirror and told themselves that they love themselves, like I love you, Renee, that some have cried, that many feel really awkward. And I thought, it's amazing as human beings, it's so natural for a lot of us to believe the negative and to be uncomfortable with the positive about ourselves. I imagine, what would this world look like if both grown-ups and children learn the skill of positive self-talk? And that's why this is the story and the skill that I want to give for free for people who are watching.
And where do they go if they want to get this free story? First of all, thank you for doing that, but where do they go? How do they get it?
Well, we invite you to go to our website, adventuresandwisdom.com. You'll see a tab up at the top that says free story. And Jack, I've been talking about coaching stories, but our skills are taught through what we call a skill book. So it's more than just the story. We have the mentor's guide, that's going to have the background information and coaching tips. And then the children's guide, which is where you're going to find the story, child-friendly discussion questions, activities to give kind of a multi-sensory experience as well. So you're going to get the whole skill book when you sign up for it. And I encourage you to sign up today, because in less than an hour, you can have story time and be teaching the skill of positive self-talk to the children in your lives.
I love it. I have an 8-year-old grandson. I'm going to sign up.